division of knowledge in professional managerial sites called universities. So he was very suspicious, young brothers and sisters of all colors. What are you majoring in? X. What are you majoring in? Y. Oh. Where's your sense of the whole? Don't polish your nut in the corner if you have no sense of what the forest looks like. That's intellectual work. What the forest looks like. The relation of the parts, the interdependence of the parts, the way they're intermingled, the way the existential goes hand in hand with the economic, the way the social goes hand in hand with the spiritual, the way the political goes hand in hand with the personal, the ways in which the national, the most powerful ideology of the modern world, and by modern world I mean the age of Europe between 1492 and 1945, when the European colonial empires, those between the Ural Mountains and the Atlantic Ocean, reshaped the whole globe in their interest and in their image. 35% of the world by 1835, 87% by 1914, before the guns of August of 1914. You see? So none of us escape from that Europeanization, too often colonization. And yet what is distinctive in part about the new school is what I love, which is that it wants to stay in contact with the humanity of, yes, even our intellectuals, those European intellectuals who were aware of European crimes but could bring critiques of those European crimes as Europeans, because they believed in intellectual integrity. They believed in freedom for everybody. They believed in mechanisms of accountability, namely democratic practices on the ground. That is the level of the philosophy as vocation, finding one's voice. Weber talked about it in those two essays in 1917 and 1919, didn't he? That science is vocation and politics is vocation. What do you mean, Brother Max? What do you have in mind when you talk about the ethics of conviction versus the ethics of responsibility? Are you disproportionately accommodating yourself to the nationalism of your day? Because nationalism remains the most powerful ideology of the modern world that people are willing to live and die for, no matter how much we talk about class and race and gender and sexual orientation. The international versions of those fall in the face of the nationalism